So as Sonu mentioned, and I apologize to my table in advance, you've already heard this story, but as Sonu mentioned, I was at a symposium that he and Eva hosted in 2011 at Soneva Fushi, which is their other amazingly beautiful resort in the Maldives. And it was actually a two-part symposium. The first one was at Lemu, which was a new resort, and it was attended by everyone who was passionate about ocean. So there was a lot of surfers, kayakers, divers, and a lot of enthusiasm by these people who cared so dramatically about the ocean, about what they could do with what was happening and how the coral reefs were disappearing, how it was polluted with plastic. So there was a lot of roundtable discussions, and it was so inspiring that to see that kind of enthusiasm that it sort of got you thinking, there's been too much talk, it's time to start to act. So we left that symposium, Daryl was there, many of you were there, Chris was there. We left that beautiful resort and we went on to Soneva Fushi. And that symposium was a bit more formalized, and there are some, again, like here today, there are some very brilliant and creative thinkers there. And Sonu had been, as he mentioned, he had been filtering his own water at source, bottling it in reusable glass bottles, selling it to his guests and generously donating 50% of the proceeds to environmental issues. And he's already spoken to you about the results, which were very, very inspiring. So as we were sitting, all sitting again around sort of a round table and just chatting, and everyone was kind of charged to come up with some ideas. And the idea that it wasn't really that brilliant at all. It was just, why don't we take what Sonu is doing here and bring it to the industry at large? And I talked to a small group about it, and we were sort of, just brainstorming. And I said, and we should model it after Bono's campaign and what he did for, oh my God, I'm shaking. What he did for AIDS, and and make it, oh my God, it won't stop. Let me hold this here. Yeah, I think I will. No, I'm fine. I was gonna go stand me. No, I need some support. I don't know what it is. Here, let me just put my elbow like this. That's much better. So I said, let's, fashion it after that. Let's make it a strong business proposition and also support it with a marketing campaign. So it would be a profitable business proposition for hotel, restaurant, or spa members. And we would also be able to get the message out about we decided clean drinking water issues because, the ocean was one thing, but clean drinking water is something that's right here, right now, and it needs to be addressed immediately. So Sonu was then very enthusiastically embraced the idea and was like, yes, right, let's do this. And Richard Branson also happened to be at that symposium, and we sat around and we talked about how we could potentially make that happen, and they pledged their support, and the Soneva Slow Life Foundation generously funded the development of the idea. So I went back to London, and I'm a documentary filmmaker on environmental issues, but prior to that I was in commercial advertising. So I called some of my old advertising colleagues and I said, I don't know how to not, I have to stop, volunteering for things. And I asked them if they could help me, write a business strategy. And my one friend said, I would love to get involved, but I can't. I just had a baby. But you should meet my friend, Jen Willig. She's a former CEO of the Red Campaign. So it's basically the perfect storm. It was a business model that everyone agreed was a good model to develop. And then Jen had just recently left Red and was starting her own business addressing sustainable business solutions for brands. So it was, again, the perfect storm and the perfect partner. So since then, Jen and I have, that was November of 2011. So for a full year, we worked on developing the business plan first. And it was very important to us when we were developing the business plan that we made sure that it was a sustainable business model and that we would be able to show to potential members that this was a more profitable endeavor for them than selling branded bottled water. So we were able to show that it was more, they could increase their bottom line by up to 23%, along with reducing carbon emissions, eliminating plastic waste, just all the benefits. It was sort of like, we wanted to present an idea that was basically, well, why wouldn't we do this? It's kind of a no-brainer. The next thing we wanted to do was then develop a marketing campaign that was easy. Well, first of all, I think the whole campaign itself was very, very important for us to make it as simple as possible because there's such beauty and simplicity. So just, you know, it's exactly the same model that So New had developed. We would go and we would see hotel owners, we would start at the CEO level, and we would demonstrate that it was profitable, which of course they loved. But also it was very simple. All you had to do was filter your own water at source. So that's a very simple thing. The filtration systems these days are incredibly inexpensive. They're very easy to install. They tap right into a municipal main line. We had Eve Behar design a beautiful bottle. So the bottle is branded Whole World Water. It's not out yet. It'll be out probably the first of the year. So there's an interim bottle that we're using. So it's a reusable glass bottle. It goes into a commercial grade dishwasher. So again, it's not, you know, eliminating all that plastic waste. And it's, you know, it's municipal water that they're filtering. So it's taking out all of the negative things in municipal water. So this was also good for health reasons. And then they sell it to their guests, and they donate 10% of the proceeds to clean and safe drinking water. I'm sorry, 10% of the proceeds to the Whole World Water Fund, and 100% of that money is invested in clean and safe drinking water issues around the world. And I think the two things that are so beautiful about this campaign is because, well, there's a lot of things that are really beautiful about the campaign. The travel and tourism industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So by selling this water, and we allow, you know, they can sell it for any price that they'd like to. You know, in South Africa, they're selling it for $1.50. In New York, they're selling it for $15. You know, so it doesn't matter. 10% of those proceeds go directly into the Whole World Water Fund. So it's a hugely wealthy industry, and we have the opportunity to raise a lot of money. And just if the top 3 hotel groups, the large hotel groups, were to join the campaign, we could raise $1 billion a year. The other thing that's very beautiful about the campaign is the fact that because it's a global industry, we are a global campaign. So we're not, unlike Red. So we use the Red model, but we actually improved it a little. Unlike Red, we're not a Western you know, charity raising money for the developing world. We're a global campaign that fully understands that clean and safe drinking water issues are everywhere in the world. We just shot an episode for a TV series in Las Vegas. The Colorado River no longer runs to the ocean. 83% of the water is going to agriculture, to raise alfalfa, to feed cows that are being shipped to China. I mean, there's just something so terribly wrong with this whole picture. So we're very global, but we activate locally. So when we have a member come on board, we ask them to identify projects in their own community, so then they have sort of an ownership capacity, so they will engage. Their employees are living in that community, so it's an incredible employee engagement program. And the employees are very, very excited about this. So when their guests come into the restaurant in the hotel, they're talking to the guests, and then the guests get very much engaged. So it touches so many people on so many levels. And so anyhow, we just launched March 22nd of this year. And I wanted to jump back first.
Karena.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, our trustees, Jonathan is a trustee, Sonu is a trustee and a co-founder. We have great trustees. We have a great advisory board. David's an advisor, so it's like friends and family. Just terrific people. And then we have industry council. Dinda Elliott has tirelessly helped us promote this. Right now we have 50 members. We have some large chains on there piloting the program, but it's at the tipping point, and come, I would say next year, it's just going to explode. So just one last thing to wrap up. I'm worse than so new. My dad used to say one thing, and I thought it would be a nice kind of way to end this. He used to say, talk is cheap. That's why everyone can afford to do it. And so the time for talk is over, and we need to take action. And I, for one, am incredibly excited about what the potential is of coming off of this particular symposium. So thank you.